Hey there. Today we're diving into a powerful feature in machinations, trigger modes. If you would like to build playable diagrams and see your system come to life by simulating them, understanding trigger modes is essential. Let's break it all down. When a node fires in machinations, it pushes or pulls resources along the connections it's linked to. But whether a node fires and when it fires depends on something called its trigger mode. Think of trigger modes as the when and how behind node actions. They control the timing and behavior of your diagram's logic. Trigger modes apply to all the nodes responsible for resource transfers: sources, pools, drains, gates, converters, traders, and delays. You can set a node's trigger mode using the Properties panel on the right side of the screen displayed when selecting one of the nodes listed. Now, let's explore the 4 types of trigger modes and when to use them. Passive nodes only fire in response to a trigger from another node. They wait for something to happen first, then act when the next step begins. These are great for building logical flows like, if A happens, then do B. One aspect we must note is that on complete diagrams, most of your nodes, around 80%, will probably be passive. That's because we will want to make sure that each node will perform its action following a defined order, similar to an instruction set in coding. Interactive nodes fire only when you click them, and only during interactive play. Think of these like buttons you can press during a live simulation. These are super useful for testing and debugging, especially when building digital twins or player-controlled interactions. Automatic nodes fire every single step all at once across the diagram. This mode is ideal when you don't need precise timing. It's straightforward and works well in less complex systems, where things can run continuously. Use automatic nodes when you need a node to fire every step after a condition is met. You want a loop to run indefinitely. You're working with conditionally activated state connections that control when nodes pause or resume their automatic execution. By default, when creating source nodes on the canvas, they start out in automatic mode to make things quick and easy. Enabling nodes are the most complex and advanced trigger mode. They fire once at the beginning of the simulation when you press play. Additionally, enabling nodes are triggered anytime they become enabled after being disabled by a conditional state connection. This mode is perfect for simulating on-off switches or one-time events like starting the game. Shuffling a deck. Locking and unlocking paths. Assigning a random class to a player. Selecting the perfect mode might be tricky when starting out with your first diagram. Here's a quick summary to help you choose the right mode. Want an ordered execution? Use passive. Testing behavior manually? Try interactive. Need an action to be taken continuously? Go automatic. Simulating single-use events? Pick enabling. Each trigger mode gives you a different level of control and behavior in your diagrams, and picking the right one is key to building effective simulations. Whether you're designing complex systems or simple mechanics, mastering these modes will level up your modeling. And that's your quick guide to trigger modes and machinations. If you want to learn more about nodes, connections, and use cases, dive into the documentation linked in the video description.